want a blumpkin. I want a motherfucking blumpkin. I need a blumpkin. Just give me a blumpkin. I want a blumpkin. I want a motherfucking blumpkin. I need a blumpkin. Just give me a blumpkin.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Alo back at it again with another airsoft video. So, as you can tell by the title of the video itself, I'll be talking about Milsim versus Speedsoft. Now, this is just a discussion on what I feel like Speedsoft and Milsim have become, how the sport has changed, being started playing in 2009, taking a break because I had to go to the Marines, and then coming back to the sport in 2018, the present. And there's a huge difference now. In the background, I have a picture of a map of the United States of this. I'm pretty sure this picture came out in like 2010 or 2011. Yeah, it's just the regions of airsoft. What I want you guys to pay attention is California and the Northeast, where we're around New Jersey. So obviously, California speedsofters don't care about looks, doesn't care about realism. Airsoft as much paintball as possible. I feel like that's what speedsoft is now, but we'll discuss that in the later on video. And then obviously East Coast Steel Softer doesn't play anything other than CQB, blah blah, hours in the mirror, look like GMR. Yeah, that was hashtag GMR please trend back in the day. And I just look at everybody on the East Coast, high speed low drag shit. Alright, so I'll have two gameplay videos playing in the background. The first one's gonna be Strike Force South, because I feel like that is currently the most realistic pickup field currently available to the public every weekend. After that, it's going to be at Striker, pretty much, sad to say, turned into a speedball field, but hey, what can you do? That's the clientele there now. Alright, so let's get into it. So again, I'm not trying to push on hate on either one, Milsim or Speedsoft, but both styles are viable play styles depending on where you play. Yeah, again, when I started in 2009, there was only one indoor field in New Jersey, as some of you know, might have been back then Godfather out in Flemington. It's closed now. They moved to Bridgewater, but we try not to go there. Speedsoft didn't exist back in 2009 on the East Coast per se. The only place I really saw Speedsoft was in California. The speedball style, speedball type of play, was shown in a super old video by Airsoft GI, from the guy Tim back in the day, way back. If you guys shoot back to those videos, I don't know if you guys remember, he had a souped up M4 with his flashlight. Every time he shot, it would go on and he'd be full auto. But that was like I guess the earliest introduction into Speedsoft. But he was very it was like Milsim at the time. And his video was at Tac City way back. But back then the gear was very still Milsim. Now I feel like California indoor is mainly all Speedsoft. So, Speedsoft pretty much started when airsofters learned how to, I guess, tune their guns. That's when it really started, like dual sector gears, all these fast shooting guns, LiPos got introduced, and then high rates of fire. They just fucking 60 BBs a second, crazy numbers. You'd shoot fucking laser beams out of your fucking gun, and that was all cool and all, but now it's just turned into, something different. And I don't want to perpetuate hate, but it's not. I mean, I'm personally okay with it. There's just a line that sometimes people cross that Sometimes it pushes my buttons, but hey, that's part of the game and that's their style, so I totally understand it. Um, yeah, the sport has changed for the past from the past 4 years that I've been out of the game, and I feel like it's such a polarizing topic that that really needs to be discussed within the community. So let me start off by defining Speedsoft. Airsoft style where lightweight loadouts and extreme use of suppression and movement is key. Uh, yeah, I guess that's like that. It grew from indoor fields. Like, if you do that shit in an outdoor field, you're gonna be running for a fucking mile. And then like any mount facility, I don't think. Well, it might work, but it's not gonna work for a long time. Milsim is an airsoft style in which military tactics, gear, and movement focus on being the most realistic as possible. Um, yeah, Milsim all started. I feel like Operation Irene and Lion Claws. Those were the most realistic Milsim shit back in the day, and that's where it is now. Fucking Desert Fox doing all these mount facilities. Yeah, all the new companies coming out. They're doing like great things out west, but out in the east, it's very sparse. Let's go over the pros and cons. So the pros and cons of Speedsoft is minimalist gear, good for beginners. All you really need is a mask and a gun. You don't necessarily need a fast gun, but you can just do it to start. Lots of movement, good cardio. Always cardio is always a good thing. Zombieland. High rates of fire. More experienced players have faster guns. So back in the day, it was dual sector gears, lipos, 11-1s. Now it's all the HPA shit. And objective based. Speedsofters move fast, allow for good objective defense. That's what I feel like Speedsofters are good for. The cons. Lone wolf, teamwork is kept to a minimum. You go left, I go right, that type of shit, as an example. Minimal weapon manipulation skills. Form and function isn't important. If you look at one of the, some of the striker videos, I'm watching guys fucking super chicken winging their guns. Reloads aren't important. Transitions, yeah. Skill level determines how useful the player will be. New players only focus on shooting for speed and not necessarily for the objective, if there is one. Recently we were at Striker, and this guy was just like, oh, we don't have any Polar Stars on the team. And I was like, what is that supposed to do? It's fucking skill over numbers, dude. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. And then last but not least, not necessarily Speedsoft itself, more based on the player. Overshooting, overly aggressive players on the field. This is a huge thing. I mean, you can get that anywhere, but I feel like it's more so in Speedsoft because of pre-firing, because hey, you know where the corner is, but the only thing protecting you is the bang bang rule. Now, I want to bring up something that happened to me at SS Airsoft when I went there. So I call it the SS Airsoft loophole, right? So they banned Polar Stars itself, but they run Speedsofters there run HPA tapped guns, pistols. Sorry. So what they do is there's no minimum engagement distance for pistols. So you got these guys fucking tuning up their HPA pistols all the way up to 380, whatever the FPS limit is, fucking running up on you. Hey, that's how they play. That's how it's a loophole. I get it, but me running a rifle, I have a minimum engagement distance. I have to say surrender, surrender. I think it's fucking stupid, but hey, that's how they play. Alright, Milsim pros. Moving on. Focus on weapon handling skills. Transitioning from strong to weak. Weapons handling, it pretty much transfers over to real steel or to any other gun that you use. If you have the basic marksmanship fundamentals, you're pretty much good with any gun. Teamwork and tactics, team building and practice practicing with a team builds a brotherhood. That's why the Blumpkins have been playing so long together, and so I fucking love these guys. And last but not least, realistic shooting situations and events. Running a rifle, Milsim transfers over to real steel. So in my experience, being in the Marine Corps and playing airsoft prior to that, they issued us M16s, M4s. It fucking was second nature to me. I actually got complimented on me being a pogue, knowing how to run a rifle. It was pretty dope. Alright, Milsim cons. Milsim events are very sparse in our area. The only ones I really hear of are like Lion Claws, and they're very rare. I know there's one recently, I forget the name of it, but yeah, they're very rare. They take place on usually in mount facilities. A company will go out and get it for them, get it for the day or the weekend, and they're, from my experience, they're very rare and very far. The Lion Claws event that I went to back in the day, Red Storm, that was in Scranton, PA. That was like 3 hours for me. So yeah, very rare, very sparse. Milsim can get expensive, events and gear-wise. Gear-wise, if you want to go full real steel, your real steel gun parts cost a lot of money. Self-explanatory. If you look up anything real steel, it's fucking overpriced for what we do. It's just, and then events wise, it could be a 3-day event. You might be paying $200 to play for the whole day, $300. Then logistically, getting out there, gas, hotel, food, it all adds up. So yeah, it can get expensive. Milsim tactics don't necessarily work everywhere, right? So you get your speedball-esque fields like Striker. Running a tactical train won't necessarily work. I remember back in the day when the triplets were playing, they said GMR came through and they were running their trains through the barracks, and yeah, that shit looks cool and all, but sometimes that shit doesn't work. So you need to find the balance in that play style. Last con is you need to run with a team for the full experience. Having a squad you can train with and play with for a while, you build an SOP that you and your team will automatically follow whenever and wherever you go. And you get to learn what roles your guys are good at, so that'll help you build your strategy. Like me, I'm a really good shooter. I'll always go first and play the objective, hold it down. Toph, for example, he's a good flanker. He's a good runner, and first of all, he's lefty. So what does that tell you? That motherfucker is always gonna go left, and shooters that are right hand are always gonna go right. That's why you can predict. You usually predict how firefights are gonna go if you know that little piece of knowledge there. Dropping knowledge bombs. Alright, so is Team Blumpkin Pumpkins Milsim or Speedsoft? Now, in my opinion, we're in between, right? So in our early days of airsoft, we were very when Striker Airsoft first opened, we were super speed soft. Not how it is now, but high rate of fire, hurry up, get to your spot, and fucking lay it down, right? That's how we did. My Stemma, 11-1 lipo, shooting 60 BBs a second, Toph, Voodoo, all those guys had like souped up guns. So now everybody, things changed, new guns came out, gas guns, so we kind of transitioned into more of a Milsim indoor type of team. Now we don't, we haven't, well, I have, but not a lot of us have played like the Milsim events, but by God, I'm pretty sure I would take those guys into battle, and I think we'll do fine. But that going off that, we know how to implement the strategy of whether we need to play Speedsoft or Milsim. So, for example, if we don't know the layout, like how Strikeforce South was the first game we played Super Milsim. We were stacked up on each other, we stuck close to each other, and then practice room clearing. Once it got later in the day, we realized, hey, we don't need to do that. We don't need to go heavy on the room clearing stacks. We can spread out to win the objectives. So that's when it went a little bit Speedsoft, and that's what I want to get at. You don't need to be Super Milsim, and you don't need to be Super Speedball. There needs to be a balance for the good of airsoft. Because if you go towards the two extremes, I feel like Speedball some players are super aggressive, and it kind of turns people off. Like, I saw a video yesterday, and it was just pissing me off because this guy was fucking charging at people, running up on them. Minimum engagement distance is 10 feet. Fucking still lighting them up. Kind of pissed me off, but hey, it wasn't me. And then Milsim wise, it's gonna get expensive, and it's not gonna be available for new players or up and coming players to get at. And for the good of the sport, you need to decide what you want to get out of airsoft, right? So if you want to just run and gun and go play, then hey, it's fine, go Speedball. But if you want to practice, a force on force type of deal with realistic situations, realistic transitions, be it, you can only get so far in airsoft with realism. But as long as you have the basics, you gotta find that balance between the two, and that's where I want to get at with this discussion. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys see me on the field or anywhere, any of the bumpkins, we could have this discussion in person, and I'm totally cool with it. Recently, last weekend, I was up at Striker teaching Igor and Korean Nate how to room clear. If that's what you guys want to learn or you guys want me to discuss, I can. It's just room clearing is more for a team based. I would want to teach you guys fundamentals. So if you guys want to learn that stuff, let me know. Maybe we could work out a day where I can fucking come hang out with you guys, or come train with you guys, and I'll help you guys out, teach you what I know. Yeah, I only have 4 years in the Marine Corps, but fucking, there's more than what a lot of people have currently in this airsoft market. So yeah, just hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you want any. Put in the comments what other subjects you want us to discuss later on this month. I'll be uploading another video probably next week. Oh, this weekend I will be at Strikeforce South on the Saturday of, hold on, let me check my calendar, the 21st. I'm bringing my buddy Ship. Shoutouts to Ship. Fucking just got out of Marine Corps, so we're gonna hang out in down in Strikeforce South for the day. Fucking light people up over there. But yeah, if you're down in that area, just come say hi. Me down there killing bitches. But yeah, I'll see you guys out there. Call your freaking hits, and in the words of our great and noble leader, peace out, bitches.
I want a motherfucking pumpkin. I need a pumpkin. Just give me a pumpkin.
Trying to give it stiff and need to give me a pumpkin. It's something about getting head while I am dumping. I'm tired of talking about the tiger that holding it, so I'm dragging the ribbon and then I sit on the toilet. I said, look, this is how we gonna do it. She said there's no way I'm going to give you head while you shit. I told her, if it's not with you, I'm gonna have to get a booking from a prostitute. So now